Hello everyone, and welcome to this video in my professional education series. This video is about case analysis and reporting in financial accounting at the undergraduate level. However, graduate students prepping for their CFE may find many of the ideas expressed herein helpful or clarifying for their own approach to analyzing and reporting on integrated cases. So this video describes my recommended approach and framework for analyzing and reporting on cases in financial accounting. It doesn't contain any recommendations related to technical knowledge, except that building your technical knowledge is the foundation for being able to respond to cases and for providing valued advice during your professional career. If you would like to be notified of new videos in this series, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. As there is a significant volume of material to cover on this subject, I'll divide the coverage of it into 4 separate video modules. Firstly, I'll explain why case analysis and report writing is important for aspiring professional accountants. Next, I'll describe my recommended approach to case analysis and report writing at the undergraduate level in full detail. And in the third module, I'll cover 5 key case writing strategies and skills that are based on my experience in helping CPA candidates prepare for the common final exams, which are all cases. And finally, in module 4, I'll get you started on learning to debrief your completed cases. This is a method of self-assessment, which is an essential and final learning and development step to get the most out of your case writing practice. All right, let's get started. Personally, I've discovered that to learn effectively, I need to have a context that helps me understand why I'm doing something and why it's important. Therefore, I've incorporated this into my teaching approach, and that's why I want to start here with the why as opposed to leading you directly into the how. So let's establish an overarching goal. I think we first have to understand that if you aspire to any professional career, your fundamental role is to provide your clients with what I call professional value added, or PVA. And this involves the use of judgment. As an educator and trainer then, I have to help you develop professional judgment that you can trust and that those you serve can rely on. And this has 3 requirements. Firstly, acquiring a functional understanding of a comprehensive body of technical knowledge unique to a particular profession. The second requirement is developing your diagnostic ability to be able to assess a particular situation. What really matters that is within your zone of competence, to whom and why? And then most importantly, how can you help or add value? And the third requirement is to develop what I call application wisdom. This is the skill and ability to apply your technical knowledge in ambiguous situations. It's essential because real life rarely offers up textbook type questions with neat and perfect solutions. So you've got to learn to think on your feet, but still provide useful recommendations within the context of professional standards. In an education setting, that's what's becoming competent in case analysis and reporting helps you to achieve. While realizing PVA ought to be your goal, realize that this involves a perception on your client's part, and their perception of whether you have added value or not and whether they're willing to pay for it will largely depend on the results they achieve based on your advice. So results count, and the only way that clients can achieve results, of course, is if they take action. So why do you think your client will act on your advice? Well, this requires first and foremost that they trust and have confidence in you and your advice. And this depends on their perception of your credibility. A client's perception of your credibility comes from you demonstrating your understanding of their unique situation, your approach to problem solving, your application of technical knowledge, and your success demonstrated through a current and evolving track record. Of course, an undergraduate student will likely have little experience to form a track record, but this can increase with your internships and articling and through simulations using case analysis and report writing. So how and why does case analysis and reporting contribute to achieving the overarching goal of developing professional judgment to support providing professional value added and developing your capabilities to do so? Well, first of all, you don't really have a choice in professional accounting because case analysis and reporting capabilities are required to pass the common final exam. Secondly, it becomes a prerequisite and preparatory education program at the university level in order to get you ready to write the CFIUS. Therefore, it has become the new normal in assessing prospective professionals as well as business managers. Secondly, the raw material for our advisory services in accounting is information, and to provide PVA in the financial management of business organizations, we each need to understand how accounting information is useful in supporting business decisions. So this involves developing higher order cognitive skills, and that's what the CPA Common Final Exam seeks to assess. These are skills like your ability to diagnose what really matters, to whom and why, your ability to think critically and to integrate a lot of information. Critical in terms of what technical knowledge applies in this situation, and integrative in the sense of considering all factors and their interactions. This stuff is not easy for us nor any other professional. Otherwise, it wouldn't characterize a profession. And your ability to analyze and solve a variety of business-related problems with financial implications and recommend and solve a variety of business-related problems will help you become more adept at executing as your professional judgment develops with experience. Cases help you to learn to apply technical knowledge in ambiguous situations because, as I mentioned before, real life rarely offers up textbook type questions with neat and perfect solutions. So you've got to learn this thinking on your feet, but still provide useful recommendations within the context of professional standards. Now, being able to advise at a professional level requires, firstly, knowing what matters to your clients. Secondly, being able to identify feasible alternative courses of action. Thirdly, anticipating or predicting the implications and consequences of those actions. And fourthly, recommending the best course of action with confidence. This is the nature of professional value added. Finally, notice that I don't call this case analysis alone, but rather case analysis and reporting. Early in my career, one of my managers told me, it's not the best idea that counts in business, it's the best idea that gets sold. This speaks to the fact that it doesn't matter if you've done a fabulous analysis, a great job of problem solving, and identified the best solution for your client if you can't communicate to them in a persuasive manner that compels them to act. So, organizing concise, well-structured reports that respond to client issues of concern with supporting information, analysis, and arguments that conveys your professional credibility is absolutely critical to getting your recommendations implemented and genuinely helping your clients to improve their financial performance and condition. Of course, mastering case analysis and reporting takes practice, which is why you are likely to do 50 to 80 cases from the start of your undergraduate career until the time you are ready to write your professional CPA exams. But please remember this. View these opportunities as simulations or practice for real life because it offers excellent preparation for your professional career and will build your confidence for self-marketing and on-the-job performance. If you're partway through your undergraduate career, then you've likely already been asked to analyze and report on cases. But do you ever feel like you're not sure how to proceed with a case analysis or even where to begin? Or perhaps you feel like you're drowning in a sea of data and information, or you find yourself unsure of what information is even relevant? Well, you're not alone. Think of visiting your medical doctor, who's also a professional. He or she is not able to provide you with their version of PVA as soon as you enter the examination room, are they? There's a process they need to go through that starts by collecting and analyzing relevant information based on their technical knowledge. So if your technical knowledge is strong, then perhaps all you need is simply a framework to become more effective. Now, there's a critical assumption here. You cannot perform effective case analysis and reporting or render useful professional advice to any client without a solid foundation of technical knowledge. So throughout your educational career, one of your tasks is to continually build your technical knowledge so that you know it confidently, can call upon it whenever you require, or can find whatever reference you need quickly. So if you have this base in your toolkit, then the case analysis and reporting framework I'm about to share with you will definitely be helpful. Now, there are many types of frameworks. For example, here is a framework for developing digital marketing strategies, or another one that deals with a framework for corporate governance. And one of my personal favorites, and one you should be familiar with, is the conceptual framework for financial reporting. One of the reasons I suggest you should be familiar with this is because if you're going to write the common final exam, the trend has become that they will include in the cases some situations that you've never encountered before. And the way to resolve those is by referring to your conceptual frameworks. You can find the IFRS document that I'm referring to here on our D2L website. Now, finally, the fourth type of framework that's very germane to what we're talking about in these videos is something called the CPA way, which is an approach for addressing professional problems, which is similar in many respects to the approach I will be explaining later. Here's a list of credits for images that I used in this presentation section. In this presentation section and video, I've introduced you to part of what CPA Canada, through its CPA way, refers to as the CPA mindset. In the next section, I'll provide in-depth insights into the last four elements in the CPA way as an approach to case analysis and reporting. So thank you for watching, and be sure to check out the second video module on this subject, the MacMaster modified L&R approach to case analysis and reporting.